Hello and welcome to a new video. I thought I would talk about the Chelsea takeover and not having a new owner and everything, and the bids. Mainly talking about the bids, because there is one bid that I do not want within 20 miles of Chelsea, just because of what they stand for. Well, I'll go through them all. Nick Candy. He's upped his bid. I think he bid 2 billion to begin with. Deadline was on Friday, so I'm not entirely sure how he upped his bid, but he has. He upped his bid, and from what I've heard, he himself has a net worth of 50 million. So he doesn't personally have the money to fund the 2.5 billion bid. So he's kind of hopping on to another bid. A Korean company, Hana Financial and C&P Sports Group. The bid promises a new era of fan involvement and ownership, like the golden share, which probably means that John Terry will get his. He wants 10%, John Terry, to kind of have a pathway between board and fans. And I read somewhere that you can, if John Terry is successful, he's going to be selling like parts of shares, I presume, for £100, and then technically you own part of Chelsea, and then you've then got fans kind of owning Chelsea, which is quite good. I think that is quite good, having fans on the board and owning parts of Chelsea. So no matter what actually happens to Chelsea, you've got fans. It's quite nice. The thing with John Terry and his 10%, him wanting 10% anyway, is that he can't speak to the Rain Group in charge of it all, because he doesn't want 100%. So he will have to speak to, like, Nick Candy, for instance, when they buy, when they're identified as the preferred bidder. He can then go up to Nick Candy and be like, can I purchase, with my consortium, can I purchase 10%? So the fans have that kind of that pathway. Whether he's successful or not, I don't know. But he's not specifically speaking to the Rain Group. The second group is a London-based management firm led by Nizar El Bassam and CEO Gareth Ritchie. They've got a net worth of 29 billion. So they're not doing too bad for themselves. Plans include investing in men's, the academy, women's, and the Chelsea Foundation. So that bid it's obviously got a lot of money, so they can put money into, get a bigger stadium, because that is something Chelsea needs. Let's be real, Stamford Bridge has the aura. As Chelsea fans, we love Stamford Bridge. It's like one of the last remaining old-fashioned grounds. It's got that feel to it. And like Arsenal fans with Highbury, they say that the Emirates is different to Highbury. And do we want that? Probably not. But we get, on like a corporate level, 50% of what Man United get, just from like gate receipts. So we do need a bigger stadium. Probably need to double it, really. Get up to that kind of 70, 80,000 seat stadium. Even 60, that's 15,000 more. You're then getting more in, more pints, more pies. More money. And then you can go and buy another player. Or, do stuff. One thing I did want to say was whoever buys Chelsea is getting European champions, world champions, one of the best academies in the world, third best manager, I would say, in world football, arguably the second best women's side. That's why we're going for 2.5, 3 billion, and there's a lot of people wanting to buy Chelsea. So I don't think this is going to be a very quick process. We were hoping it'll be over in weeks. I think we're going to be looking at into the season, months. I think we will be looking at months. Anyway, now on to the bid that I really wanted to speak about, and the one that really I don't like, and a lot of Chelsea fans do not like. Ricketts family. They own the Chicago clubs, and Ricketts family and Griffin. Griffin is the main kind of money man. He's got 20 billion. They made an offer in 2018, obviously not successful. That's not particularly why I don't want him anywhere near Chelsea. Some of the things that he has said in emails and to like employees in regards to race and Muslims in particular is disgusting. He should not be allowed to own any sports team, as far as I'm concerned, with what he said. I will bring up here what he's actually said, and I'll read it from here. Joe Ricketts is alleged to have wrote in one email in 2012, Christians and Jews can have a mutual respect for each other to create a civil society. As you know, Islam cannot do that. Therefore, we cannot ever let Islam become a large part of our society. Muslims are naturally our enemy due to their deep antagonisation and bias against non-Muslims. How? How are we letting this man place a bid? I mean, fair enough, you can place a bid. How are journalists and some Chelsea fans allowing that? Like, there is a chance that this bid gets accepted, and then that's pushing a massive wedge between Chelsea fans. Like, we cannot, under any circumstance, let this man be the owner of Chelsea. We have to make it abundantly clear he's not welcome. We have to make sure he does not get in charge. As far as which bid do I particularly want? Probably the Nick Candy. He seems to have the best interests of the club at heart. He does seem like he will develop. He's a season ticket holder. He just seems to know, what he's doing. The only thing that did raise a few red flags was he said that Lampard should have had more time. Just recently as well, he said that. Not when he was sacked. I don't get that. Tuchel has come in, and if we beat Crystal Palace, that will be 5 finals from 5 cup competitions. Winning the Champions League. Tuchel could arguably be the best manager Chelsea have had in recent times. Well, ever, really. I'd say Mourinho currently is top. Tuchel can do that. For my own personal opinion, I think he's only one major trophy away. Wins, Premier League, Champions League. He's done it for me with a couple of FA Cups, League Cup, that kind of thing. I think that he's done it, but we do need to come together as Chelsea fans, have conversations, so that we know. Because ultimately, if we know who we want as a fan base, we can then push that as essentially an agenda. We could push Nick Candy, if that's who as a fan base we want, and then hopefully the Rain will see that and go, okay, Chelsea fans want this. Because originally that seemed to be the case, which I think is why they've gone so public. Being the most public auction, loads of billionaires being very public to know what we want as a fan base. And we need to make it clear we do not want the Ricketts family. Other than that, they just need to know what they need to have the club at heart. Once they got that, we're happy days. Anyway, tell me your thoughts below. Like, subscribe. I'm going to be doing more videos. And see you later this week, I guess. Bye.